Hey guys, it's the Insane Machine Cody Hawkins, and you're watching WGS-TV.
You have warped your way into another episode of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer Double B Bunny Boudreaux, and this is going to be the NXT review for the week of July 1st, 2015. And again, since I've been running late all week putting up reviews, and I do apologize about that, guys and gals. So I'm not going to be too. I'm going to try to be as brief as I can. Is what I was trying to think of the words to say here for the review this week for NXT. And I'm going to start off with the tag match, the Vaudevillians taking on Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Very decent tag match. My only main concern that I'm saying when the Vaudevillians get called up to the main roster for WWE, that they're going to fall succumb to what's happening with the Ascension right now. That is my main concern. Considering the fact that WWE Creative has just gone out and laid a big old flat goose egg for the Ascension and haven't done nothing with them, but in NXT, they were awesome. And I just get the feeling that the transition from NXT to main roster, I just don't want them to be lost in that mid-card shuffle. I just don't. I don't want to see that happen to them. I think they've worked hard to get where they are, and I think transitioning to the main roster, that might happen. The possibility lies for that to happen. But they would hit the Whirly Dervish on Dash Wilder to pick up the win. Next up, we have Baron Corbin and this guy Tucker Knight. I've never heard of this guy before. Never seen him before. Corbin would annihilate him and hit the end of days. But apparently Corbin is starting to lose his popularity. Lose that mystique, that air that he had about him when he first started doing 15, 20, 30-second matches. And I'm guessing the fans are starting to call the WWE Creative out on their bullshit, because of the fact that the fans are just getting really sick and tired of what they're seeing now with Baron Corbin. They want to see something different. And I understand, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to comment that. That's the John Cena argument. But I think there's a world of difference between John Cena and Baron Corbin. Emma and Carmella would be up next. Decent match. Emma actually looks good on NXT, especially with the heel gimmick that they've given her. She would lock on that Muta lock. I don't know what's the generic name for it, but I know that it was a signature of the Great Muta. And I think Austin Aries uses it as the Lance Chancery, I think he calls that. She would lock on that to beat Carmella. We have Tyler Breeze and Ty Dillinger. What I've seen out of Tyler Breeze the past few times is that his opponents would pretty much dominate like 65-70% of the match, and then just one move later, Tyler Breeze hits the beauty shot and picks up the win. Maybe I'm making something out of nothing. You never know. And, okay, what are they doing with Bull Dempsey? What are they doing? I said it time and I don't want him to be the next Bastion Booger. But I want to reference something someone told me, and that person will remain anonymous because I'm pretty sure that he would not like me mentioning his name on here. Is the fact, and this is something that I was told, that if you're given a comedy gimmick and you can run with it and make it work, then WWE will have trust and faith in you. But if you take a comedy gimmick and you fail miserably, then things don't look good for you. And I'm wondering if that's the case for Santino Marella. And I'm paraphrasing because those weren't his exact words. But finally, the main event, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe taking on Kevin Owens and Rhyno, was as good as I thought it was going to be. Balor would end up hitting the coup de grace on Owens to pick up the win for his team. And, of course, now, because technically this is almost a go-home show for the 4th of July show. And by the way, I will not be catching that live. I will be catching it on archive, because 5:30 in the morning cannot happen. You know, if there are people out there who can get up that early enough for it, more power to you. I can't get up that early. But technically it's a go-home show. And again, it's a repetitive phrase that I've used whenever I talk about go-home shows. Traditional wrestling logic. And 90% of the time when the challenger goes over on the champion in a non-title situation like we had with this tag match, then there is a very high probability that he would not be going over. But given the circumstances being what they are, especially with the whole Kevin Owens situation involving him and John Cena, and in fact the huge rumors, and I really haven't been able to substantiate anything about his big move up to the main roster, and which, by the way, he's done transitioned beautifully, in my opinion. Would this be the perfect time to take the NXT title off of Kevin Owens? And I know, I'm just basing this off what the subject of his latest video was. The Lexman, and his video says that they should not. No, it's not him. It was Chase Oliver. Chase Oliver says that they should not take the NXT title off of Kevin Owens. But if he's being moved up to the main roster, and he's starting to work in these big match situations, especially since he's gained a ton of more credibility, in my opinion, since working with John Cena, then they're going to need another champion for the NXT brand. Now, albeit with Kevin Owens' bump up to the main roster with the NXT Championship, has brought a lot more attention and a lot more credibility, in my opinion, to the NXT Championship. But if he's going to be full-time main roster, they can't really afford him to be on NXT, especially be the champion of NXT, in my opinion. I think Finn Balor, in my personal opinion, is ready for the title. I really do. Now, will they put it on him tomorrow? I don't know. But I'm just saying this out of my personal opinion. I think that Finn Balor is 100% ready to become the NXT champion. Will they go that route? I don't know. Only time will tell tomorrow. And I will be avoiding social media, so if anybody out there wants to post spoilers, go right ahead. I will not be reading them until I actually see the show. Overall score in NXT this week is going to be a 3.5 out of 5. Best match, got to go to the main event. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens and Rhyno. Worst segment. Anything they're doing right now with Bull Dempsey. Because they're pushing him towards the Bastion Booger type of gimmick, and that's... He was about to take a chair to a vending machine. William Regal saw looked like chocolate all over his mouth. And rule of thumb, this is something I will never do. I will never take my finger, scrape a little chocolate off someone else's mouth area or mouth region, and then taste it for myself. Ugh. And that's pretty much it. What I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on NXT this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of NXT this week? I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say out there. Be sure to put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to check me out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, don't forget to check out Double B Plays every Sunday through Friday, and Mid South Xtreme, which will be on back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time. I promise you, because I know for a fact I have a video ready and lined up to be published for tomorrow morning. So be sure you guys look for that as well. So, and also check out 2 of my videos in the annotations at the end of this video to check out more from WGS-TV and yours truly, the Wrestle Gamer. So with that being said, I'm Double B, Billy Boudreaux, saying we'll see you at the next Warp Zone.
Do what I can.
Thank you. Been almost a day. I ain't gonna find it.
Let's see, right there. Love the inclusion of the pirate hook. Never really noticed.